welcome to class. So today we're going to do more of a shoulder and back yoga flow, and I want you to have a blanket for the end, okay? So it can be any blanket, doesn't matter. So to get started, what we're going to do is find our seat here, moving the flesh away from the butt. So your sit bones are right there on the mat. We're going to close the eyes, take a deep breath in, inhaling, filling the lungs. Exhaling out the mouth, letting it all out. Doing that a few times. Big inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. And then let your breath come back to normal. Kind of check in with yourself, see how your body's feeling, see how you're feeling. Okay, and then to get started, we're going to slowly open the eyes. We're going to start with seated cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, rock forward, opening the throat and the chest. Exhale, we'll rock backwards, pushing into those shoulder blades. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward and just follow your breath. Good, we'll come back to center. We're going to take our right arm down. We're going to inhale, lift the left up and overhead. Feeling a nice side stretch here. Coming back to center, we'll switch, inhale. Feeling that nice side stretch. Good, coming back down. We're going to make our way to hands and knees. We'll go into child's pose first, letting those hips come down, letting the forehead relax. Breathing here. Good. Then we'll go onto our hands and knees. Go into cat and cow here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, push into the shoulder blades, release the neck. Inhale, drop and look up. Exhale, push into the shoulder blades. Following your breath here. Good. We're going to go into our first downward dog. This one's going to be nice and easy since it's our first one. Lift the hips up into the air. You can have your knees bent here because, like if you're like me, you straighten them out, you're not going to be really even anymore. And you want those hips up in the air and you want your head released. You're going to let those heels come towards the mat. If they don't touch, no big deal. You can also pedal out your feet. Whatever feels good. Then we're going to go into plank. So we're rolling over our hands. Chaturanga, we're going to lower nice and slow, keeping those elbows tucked in. Good. We're going to take our elbows out in front of us, so they're right in front. They're kind of, well, our elbows are right underneath our shoulder blades. We're going to inhale, lift the front chest, rotating those shoulders down and back the spine, away from the ears, sitting tall like a sphinx. Lower down nice and slow. Gonna let the body rest for a second after that bend. We're gonna take the right arm out to the side, making sure it's even with the body. You want it to be a straight line out and then 90 degrees. We're gonna inhale, rotating our body towards that arm, just so you feel a nice stretch in the upper pec. Coming back to center. We'll take the left arm out. We'll do this on the other side. Inhale, stretching over. Coming back to center. We're going to go into that Sphinx pose again, taking the arms in front, elbows right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, bring the shoulder blades down, lifting the front body. Good, and then we'll come down. We're going to go into child's pose. Kind of reset the spine here. We'll go into downward dog. We're going to inhale the right leg up and back behind us. On that stretch, we'll step it through between the hands. We'll lower that left knee down. Here we are in our crescent lunge. Extending the arms overhead, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears. Taking the hands down to frame the foot, we'll come into a high lunge here, lengthening out that back foot, making sure it's strong. We're going to plant that left hand into the mat. Inhale, rotate towards the right, looking up at the hand. Coming back down to frame the foot, we'll step back to plank. Chaturanga, we'll lower down nice and slow. Good job. What we're going to do next is Superman, or Wonder Woman, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to have our arms back behind us. You can have them in front too, I just don't have room. What we're going to do is as we inhale, we're going to lift up just the front chest. You can also interlace your fingers behind your back to get your shoulder blades back. Good, and then go ahead and exhale down, letting the shoulders round, relaxing. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale, lifting the shoulders up, taking the front body up, making sure you're breathing. Go ahead and come back down, placing the hands right here by your chest. We're going to exhale into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up and back behind, feeling that stretch. Step it through between the hands. Lowering that right knee down. Inhale up into our crescent lunge. Go ahead, take the hands down by the foot. Extend that back leg, making sure it's nice and strong. Inhale towards the left, taking that left arm up, making sure the back leg is still strong. Coming back to frame the foot. We'll step back to plank. Chaturanga, lowering down nice and slow. Coming all the way down. This time, we're going to advance this a little bit more and go into bow pose. But first, what I want you to do is grab onto your ankles and just kind of bring, you're going to do one at a time. You're going to bring pressure on the right, kind of getting a quad stretch, and then pressure on the left. Stretching out those quads a little bit before we go into this pose. Okay? And what we're going to do is, as we inhale, we're going to lift up the front chest and we're going to kick into our hands. And if this is too much, you'll keep your quads on the ground and you'll just lift up the front part of your chest. But if you can, kick into those hands, lifting up. Go ahead and lower down, let the body relax. We're going to do this one more time. Okay, go ahead and grab onto those ankles. You're going to inhale, kick into the hands. And then go ahead and lower down, placing the hands by the chest. We'll exhale into downward dog. Inhale, bringing the right leg up and back behind. And then step it through between the hands. We're going to go into warrior one. So you're going to place that back foot so it's diagonal. Inhale the arms up. We're going to interlace the fingers, taking our gaze up as well. Making sure you're still lunging into that right knee. Still have pressure into the back foot. Good. Go ahead, bring the hands to heart center. Now lengthen out that front leg. Breathing for a second. Inhale for length. Exhale, we'll fold forward just until you start to feel that stretch in your hamstring. Again, I have tight hamstrings, so I can only make it to about here. But if you're able to, you'll go down further. Good. We'll go back into that warrior one, taking the gaze up. Bring the hands down. We're going to rotate. So we go to warrior two. You're going to take your back foot so parallel with the long end of the short end of the mat, lunging into that right leg, taking the hands out, looking right over that middle finger. We're going to drop the back arm down, taking the right arm up. Coming back to warrior two. Windmill the arms down, framing the foot, popping that back heel up. We'll step back to plank. Chaturanga, we'll lower down nice and slow. And you'll either go into cobra or into up dog. And then we'll exhale into child's pose. And when you're ready, we'll go into downward dog. We'll inhale the right leg up and back behind. Step it through between the hands. Go into warrior one, rotating that back foot. Going into that lunge, taking the hands up, interlacing the fingers. Taking the hands down to the chest, extending that front leg. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming back up. Go back into that warrior one with the arms up. Good. And we're going to rotate that back foot. Going into warrior two, looking over the fingers. Going to take that back arm down, bringing the left arm up. Coming back to warrior two. We're going to extend that leg. We're going to turn both feet so they are parallel with the short ends of the mat. Taking our hands to our hips. We'll inhale for length. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, keeping the back straight until you get down here. Go ahead and relax. You can take your hands between your legs. You can interlace them behind the back to stretch out those shoulders a little bit. Good. Taking the hands to the mat. We're going to heel toe our feet together. So we end up in a forward fold. So inhale for length. You're kind of at a halfway lift here. Exhale, go ahead and fold forward. We're going to interlace. You're going to grab onto opposite elbows. Letting the body relax. Letting the forehead relax. The neck. This will stretch out the lower back and the upper shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, we'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Go ahead and step up. We're going to be kind of in the middle of your mat. We're going to face the front of our mat. Breathing here. We're going to do a little bit of balance. So I think we've done this one before. What you'll do, you'll inhale, bring that right knee up. Stay here if you'd like. We'll stay here for a little bit anyway. And what we'll do, you'll grab onto that back of your foot here. And then we'll inhale. You're going to rock forward. Kicking into that hand, taking the left arm forward. It's okay if you fall out of it. Good. We'll come back now. Go ahead and release that foot. You step out your feet. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, we'll forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. Breathing here. And then we'll do side two. So same thing. Inhale, that left knee up. Staying here because this is a challenge. We'll grab onto the back of the foot here. And then as we kick into the hand, we rock forward. Lengthening out that front arm. Go ahead and come down. Good job. We'll step out the feet here a little bit. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do a little bit of back bending, and I don't want you to hurt yourself, so you only go to where you feel comfortable. You'll inhale the arms up, and then as you exhale, you're going to take the upper back. You don't want to be in your lower back. You're going to take this upper back just a little bit. Come back up to center. Hands back to heart center. Exhale, we'll fold forward. And then we'll step back into plank. Chaturanga, we'll lower down nice and slow. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale into child's pose. Good. We're going to make our way to our knees. And what we're going to do is camel pose. So we're going to go up onto our knees here. We're going to take our hands, place them on the lower part of our back, right here, right where those SI joints are. And as we inhale, we're going to push our hips forward, opening up the front chest, looking up and back. And then we're going to come back down. We'll fold down so our chest comes to our knees. Go ahead and relax here. And then we'll do that again. Coming back up onto the knees, taking the hands to the lower back. We're going to push the hips forward, opening the front body. And if you're feeling comfortable here, you can grab onto your knees, not your knees, your heels, pushing forward. And then go ahead and lower down. Same thing, chest to knees. Relaxing here. You've earned it. Good. We're going to make our way into a seated position. And what we're going to do, I'm going to turn this way so you can see. We're going to take the right arm, bend the elbow so the hand is right here on the middle of your back. Take the left arm, bend the elbow. If you can, to grab onto each other's and to your hands. You can also have like a belt or a rope, or you can just stay right here. If you can't hold onto the fingers, go ahead and do that. Making sure your back's not bent. You have a straight spine, you're looking straight ahead. And what I like to do while I'm in this pose, hard to turn around like that. So you have your right arm up. I like to turn my head to the left and down. Like you're smelling your armpit. Go ahead and release that. Roll out the shoulders, rolling them down and back. We'll do the left side. Left arm up. Bend the elbow. Right arm. Like I said, you're holding on to each other or you're not, doesn't matter. Breathing here, making sure you have a tall spine. And we're going to turn the head if you'd like to. Go ahead and release. We're going to turn to where we're facing the front of our mat. We're going to take our hands so our fingers are pointing towards the back of your mat. Kick your legs out in front of you. Now what we're going to do is lift up the hips and the upper body. And you can have your toes pointed down. That'll be a little easier. Taking the head back. And go ahead and lower down. Good job. And then what we'll do, we're going to bring the heels of our feet together here. We'll inhale for length. Exhale, fold forward. You can take the hands out in front of you if you'd like. Good. Go ahead and sit back up. We'll cross the legs again. We're going to go into easy twist. So inhale for length. Exhale, we're going to turn towards the right, taking the gaze behind. And then switching sides, coming back to straight. Inhale for length. Exhale, turning towards the left. Coming back forward. Good. We'll roll the shoulders again, bringing the shoulder blades, the shoulders up to the ears, and then back behind. Good. We're going to make our way onto our backs. We're going to go into bridge pose here. So you're going to tuck your shoulder blades down. We're going to inhale, lift the hips up, interlace the fingers behind the back, rotate those shoulders back behind you, pushing your hips up. And we'll lower down nice and slow. Letting those shoulder blades come back. We're going to take the arms out to the side, palms up. We're going to let the knees fall to the right. Taking the head to the left. Back to center. Now let the knees fall to the left, taking the head to the right. Coming back up, you're going to take it one step further. You're going to cross the left knee over the right knee, letting that fall to the right, taking the head to the left. Back up. We'll switch knees, right knee over left, letting it fall to the left, taking your head to the right. Good. Coming back to the center. We're going to hug our knees into our chest. Letting that low back press into the back of the mat. Taking the feet down. We're going to go into our Shavasana now, but what I want you to do this time is take this blanket that you have, you're going to roll it up so it's nice and long. And this is going to go on your spine. So you'll put your tailbone on the bottom of it. You're gonna have your feet together like when we were in, I forgot the name of this pose. I call it butterfly. And you're going to relax back onto this blanket. So it should be right there on your spine. I like to have my tailbone off and then have it supporting my low back. But whatever feels good, you're gonna take your arms out down below. I mean, you don't have to have it out super far. Palms up. And you're just gonna relax here for a minute, letting those hips slowly stretch and relax down. If this is super uncomfortable, you can put pillows underneath your knees. But we're just gonna take a breath here. And then exhale it all out. And then come back to our regular breathing. We want to let those shoulders and that chest fall open. As you inhale, thinking about relaxing those shoulders down towards the mat. Allowing your face to relax. Letting your mind follow your breathing as it goes in through the nose, down the throat, into the chest, filling the chest, and as you exhale, back up the throat and out the nose. Following that rhythm, maybe noticing as you inhale the breath is cool, and as you exhale the breath is warm. What we're going to do is bring the knees together. We're going to roll onto our right side, keeping our eyes closed, supporting the head with the arm. We're going to push ourselves up into a seated pose. Closing the eyes. Noticing how you feel now. Take the hands to heart center. Namaste.